the government is charging us, $50,000 a year for speculation tax. We are appealing to the taxpayers and the general public to hold the government, provincial, federal, municipal, to be accountable. We can't, with the land, as you can see on both sides, it's become overgrown. We can't even cultivate the land. We can't build a barn on the land. So I'm standing here on the truck route that was expropriated by Abbotsford and endorsed by the provincial government, and it goes directly through the sacred burial ground. And as you're aware, there's about 90 acres that have been claimed by First Nations to be sacred burial grounds as it relates to lightningrock. And I want to be very clear. We are partnership with First Nations to try to resolve these land claim issues. We want to be respectful of the sacred burial grounds, and we do not in any way want to disturb these First Nations grave sites. We can't, with the land, as you can see on both sides, it's become overgrown. We can't even cultivate the land. We can't build a barn on the land. And yet the government is charging us, $50,000 a year for speculation tax because we can't utilize it for agriculture. There's another $50,000 to $80,000 a year in property tax. And we've appealed to the government for 4 years, 5 years now, and nobody's coming to the table. Everybody avoids the topic as it relates to honoring First Nations lands and their land claims. Somebody has to address this issue, and we are appealing to the taxpayers and the general public to hold the government, provincial, federal, municipal, to be accountable. This truck route has gone right through the sacred burial grounds. Next door, the Trans Mountain is going through our land, and that's right through the sacred burial ground. And we're unable to use it. We're unable to have any kind of benefit from it, yet we're required to pay the taxes, and we have not been compensated. So the struggle that we have is Trans Mountain is providing a service for the country, and we want to endorse that. That being said, and we've allowed with the band's approval to give the temporary work access, but there's requirements for expansion, and what we're trying to do as landowners, we want the same criterias for assessing the sacred land as we would that Trans Mountain would have. You can look around, you can see that we're not even able to cultivate the land because this is a sacred burial site, but yet Trans Mountain has the ability to develop the property and to develop the pipeline and the process. And so this is where we're appealing to the federal government and provincial government to come to the table. We've had an MOU for about 4.5 years, and still nothing has transpired.